Hello, welcome to this beginner Yin Yoga hip opening sequence. We'll just start by moving the head around, kind of relaxing, adjusting the sit bones so we're nice and grounded to the mat, coming into a cross-leg position, just closing your eyes, relaxing your shoulders away from your ears. You'll see me adjust my watch as we'll be sitting in each posture for a certain amount of time. And then we're just going to start focusing on the breath, inhaling deep through the nose and sighing it out. And again, nice deep inhale through the nose, filling the belly with air and letting it go. We'll do that again. Deep inhale through the nose, pushing everything out through that exhale. We'll continue to maintain that breath. You can begin to exhale through the nose. And just try to focus your thoughts on your breath. If your mind begins to wander, just bring it back. If it helps, you can count 1, 2, 3 with an inhale, holding it for 1, 2, 3, and then exhaling for 1, 2, 3. Sometimes finding a way to focus on the breath makes it just a little bit easier. So we'll keep on breathing. You can open your eyes, all while still maintaining that breath. We're going to inhale our arms up above the head, bringing that right arm over, stretching that left arm to the side. Inhale, arms above the head, and we'll go over to the other side, trying to keep your hips nice and grounded to the mat. Again, inhale, arms up. See if you can reach a little deeper on this side bend. And last one, inhale, arms up, and exhale over. And from here, we'll go into a gentle spinal twist, bringing the left arm to the right knee and that right hand behind you. You can look back behind you if you'd like to stretch the neck a little bit. Try and keep your torso nice and tall. Inhale the arms up, and on this exhale, we'll go the opposite way. So right arm to left knee, left hand behind. And again, if you want a little stretch in the neck, you can look behind you. Coming out of it the same way, we'll inhale those arms up. Coming down. Now we'll grab onto our knees. We're going to pull into a seated cow, arching that back, and a seated cat, tucking that chin to the chest. So with your inhale, you'll bring that chest forward, looking up, and that exhale, you're pulling back, curving the back. We'll flow through a couple of these. Try and match your breath with your movement. Exhale here. Inhale forward. Exhale back. And then I'll just show you from the side so you can see what it's supposed to look like here. So we're inhaling that chest forward, using your arms to pull on your knees if you need, and then curving that back and tucking the chin. So this is just a little mini spinal warm-up before we get seated in those positions for a little bit longer. All right, and hopefully you're feeling nice and warm now. We're going to go into our first posture. Butterfly, bringing the bottoms of the feet together. You can kind of gauge where you want them. You can keep them close to your pelvis for a deeper stretch, or push them out a little bit for something a little more passive. Adjusting the sit bone, getting nice and comfortable, spine nice and long. And you'll inhale for length, and as you exhale, pulling yourself down to where you feel not pain, but just a slight discomfort. And then just continue to breathe as we sit here for the next 2 minutes. Keep on breathing. Trying not to let your mind wander. I know it's easier said than done, but just come back to that breath and count in those threes if you need to. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, hold 1, 2, 3. Exhale 1, 2, 3. We'll come out of this just like we went in, walking our hands back toward our hips, bringing our knees together. And then we'll bring the hands back and then drop those knees side to side, trying to release any pressure in that lower back. All right, and then we'll make our way over to our hands and knees into tabletop. So start with those hips over knees, shoulders over wrists. From here, you're going to bring that left leg forward. We're just coming into a low lunge. So again, you can play with this, kind of make it as deep or as passive as you'd like. The further out you bring that back leg, as you can see, I'm adjusting, the deeper the stretch is going to be. So you can stay right up here on your hands for the full 2 minutes. And just continue to maintain your breath. Keep on breathing. We're almost there. And as we come out of this, we're just going to bring those hips back, stretching that left leg out. And just kind of countering that pose that we were just in. And then we will kick that leg back, coming back into tabletop, adjusting our alignment, and then bringing that right leg forward. So nice alignment. You've got the knee over the ankle, and then just adjusting that leg, that back leg. Coming down on your hands, coming back to that breath. Here we go. Keep on breathing. Smile, we're doing yoga. And we'll gently sit those hips back, stretching that right leg out, enjoying that nice stretch. You should feel this in your hamstring and your calf. And then moving back forward, always taking our time coming out of these postures. And we'll return to tabletop. And from tabletop, we are going to actually use, or move, excuse me, we're going to face back toward the front. This is a deer pose. If you can see, you have the back leg bent back, and then that front leg is bent in front. Nice long spine. You can stay facing forward, or you can bring it into a gentle twist. Just try to keep that spine nice and long and maintain that breath. Sometimes it can be a little harder to maintain that deep breath when you're in a twist. So just really focus on that as you sit here. if at any point these are just not doable postures for you, do whatever feels good. If you want to do butterfly again, you can always just hang out in child's posture. This is your practice. I am just here to guide you through it. All right, and to counter this, we're just going to turn the opposite way and twist the other way. Take a couple breaths here. Just countering that pose. Coming back to front, and then we are going to bend those knees, dropping them side to side. Getting back into that windshield wiper. And then we're going to do the other side. So bending that right knee in front like you're going to cross it, and then bringing that left knee back. If you need to pause the video so you can see exactly what I'm doing here, it's a little harder to explain than than to just see. Feel free to do so. Then we'll inhale for length. And as you exhale, we'll twist over to the right. And this is just a gentle twist. Remember to maintain that breath. Keep on breathing. And we'll come out of that and twisting the opposite way, just countering that twist. And coming back to center, we'll gently bring those knees up, bent, hands behind, and then dropping them side to side. You'll see this one a lot. This is a great counter pose for any hip opener. It works on back bends as well. And coming into our final posture, we are going into frog. Now, frog is a very intense pose, so I'm going to give you a few options here. Regular frog, you want to make sure that your knee is in line with your ankle and your feet are out. And then we'll come down on those forearms, and you can kind of play with your hips a little. Moving them back is going to deepen the stretch. Bringing those hips forward is going to lighten it. Also, if you'd like, if this is a little too much, you can actually bring the big toes together, almost like you're in child's pose, and sit up on the forearms. I apologize for not previewing that option. This is a massive hip opener, so please make sure you're breathing. And as you can see, I'm kind of rocking. This is just one you can kind of play around with and see really where you want to take it. It's your body, it's your practice. Just make sure you're breathing. If you want, if you're starting, as the longer you're in the pose, you'll start to feel your body pull down toward the mat. And if you want to bring that head down, you're more than welcome to. So as we come out of this posture, please, please, please take your time, be gentle. We're going to come up on those hands, and then we're going to bring the big toes together, sitting back on the hips, walking the hands back to the pelvis, and then bringing the knees together. And we'll flip on over to our back. Gently hugging those knees into the chest, and we're going to just flow through some hip rolls here. So you'll bring those knees into the chest and then bring them out and around. You can try to match your breath, inhaling those knees in, exhaling them around. Again, this time we'll go the opposite way, pushing them out and then pulling them back into the chest. One more time here, and then lifting up, giving yourself a nice big hug, thanking your body, your mind, and your breath for everything it did for you today. And then just gently allowing your body to fall into the earth. As we come in to our final relaxation of Shavasana, we'll close our eyes, unclench your jaw, just relax that body, maintaining that breath that you've had for the entire practice, and just pushing any thoughts, anything out, and focusing on that breath. This is your time to relax. And we'll just begin to add some movement back into our body, wiggling the fingers and wiggling the toes, bringing those arms up above the head, and just taking a nice long body stretch. And taking your time, bring those knees into the chest. Gently falling over to one side. And then please take your time coming up. If you're still in Shavasana, please, by all means, I invite you to stay there as long as you'd like. If not, we'll come back into a seated position, crossing the legs, bringing the hands together in prayer position if you'd like. Thank you for sharing your love, your light, and your energy with me today. Namaste. Have a wonderful day. I hope you enjoyed. Bye.